A student of Tata DB Public School, Joda. Today I am here to discuss some important about physical features of India. So, before going to topic, let's come in brief with what are the physical features of India. India has almost all physical features of the earth. These features are found in its vast land area, that is plain land in northern plains, uneven terrain, the mountains and the valleys in hilly regions, and varied terrain in plateau areas. Besides this, India also has vast deserts, large rivers, deltas and extensive forest land. Then come to about major physiographic divisions of India. The physical features of India can be grouped under the following physiographic divisions. It is of 6 types. First one is the Himalayan mountains, second one the northern plains, third one the peninsular plateau, fourth one the Indian desert, fifth one the coastal plains, and sixth one the islands. So, the Himalayan mountains. The Himalayas are geographically young and structurally fold mountains. They stretch over the northern borders of India. They form an arc covering a distance about 2400 km. Their width varies from 400 km in Kashmir to 150 km in Arunachal Pradesh. These mountain regions run in west to east direction from the Indus to the Brahmaputra river. The altitudinal variations in Himalayas are greater in the western half than those in the western half. The Himalayas consist of 3 polar ranges in its longitudinal extent. A number of valleys lies between these ranges. So, then come to the Himadri. The northernmost range is known as the Great or Inner Himalayas or the Himadri. It is the most continuous range of the Himalayas with an average height of 6000 meter. It contains all the prominent Himalayan peaks like Mount Everest, Kanchenjunga, Makalu, etc. Kanchenjunga is the highest peak of Himalayas in India with a height of 8598 meter, whereas the highest peak Mount Everest is 8848 meter, lies in Nepal. Great Himalayas are snow covered all the year round. The core of this part is composed of granite. The fold of Great Himalayas is asymmetrically in nature. Then come to our Himachal or Lesser Himalaya. This range lies to the south of the Himadri and forms the most rugged mountain system. It is composed of highly compressed rocks with height varying from 3700 to 4500 meter. The average width of this range of the Himalayas is 50 km. It is composed of ranges like Pir Panjal, Dhalu, Dhar and Mahabharat. The Pir Panjal range is the longest and the most important range. They also contain the valleys having well-known hill stations in areas like Kashmir, Kullu in Himachal Pradesh, Masuri, Nainital at Uttarakhand, etc. Then come to our Shivalik range. This is the outermost range of Himalayas with height varying between 900 and 1100 meter. The average width is 10 to 50 km. They are composed of coarse sediments brought down by rivers from the main Himalayan ranges. These valleys are covered with thick gravel and aluminium. The longitudinal valleys lying between the Lesser Himalaya and the Shivaliks are known as dunes, with names like Dehradun, Kotli Dun and Patli Dun. Then, the regional divisions of Himalayas. The Himalayas are also divided on the basis of regions from west to east. This demarcation is done by river valleys, that is the Indus, Satluj, Kali, Testa and Dihang rivers. Then, the northern plains. The northern plain is formed by 3 river systems, viz. The Indus, the Ganga and the Brahmaputra, along with their tributaries. This plain is formed by the alluvial soil. The deposition of alluvial alluvium in a vast basin lying at the foothills of the Himalayas form the fertile plain over millions of years. It spreads over an area of 7 lakh square kilometer. These plains are about 2,400 kilometer long and between 2,240 and 320 kilometer broad. They are densely populated due to the fertile soil, adequate water supply, favorable climate and terrain. The rivers organizing from the northern mountains slow down due to the gentle slope, which results in formation of the riverine island. Majuli is the largest inhabited riverine in the world and lies in the Brahmaputra River. The river split into a number of channels into the lower courses due to the deposition of slate. These channels are called distributaries. They are common features of river deltas. Then come to our next type, that is our parts of northern plain. There are three parts of the northern plains. They are, the western part is called the Punjab plain. It has been formed by the Indus and its many tributaries. The larger part of the plain lies in Pakistan. The Indus and its tributaries, the Jhelum, the Ravi, the Satluj, the Beas and the Chenab, originate in the Himalayas. The Punjab plain is also dominated by Dobas. The meaning of Dobas is two waters. The middle part is called the Ganga plain. It extends from the Ghaggar river in Haryana to the Testa river in the West Bengal through the states of Haryana, Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar and Jharkhand. The western part is called the Brahmaputra plain. It extends from West Bengal through the Assam and Bangladesh to India's eastern borders. Then come to our next type, that is our regions of northern plain. Along its width, the northern plain is divided into 4 regions according to variation in relief features as follows. After descending from the mountains, the rivers deposit pebbles in a narrow belt of about 8 to 16 km in width, lying parallel to the slopes of the Shivaliks. It is known as Bhabar belt. All the rivers disappear in the Bhabar belt. South of Bhabar belt, the rivers remerge and create a wet, swampy and marshy region known as Tarai. Earlier it was thickly forested with a lot of wildlife, but now most of the forests have been cleared for agricultural land and to settle migrants from Pakistan after independence. Some forest still remains here. Dudhwa National Park is located in this region. The largest part of the northern plain consisting of older alluvium and known as Bhangar. It presents a terrace-like feature and contains cereals deposits known as kankars. The lowest is the flood plain, known as Khadar. The soil here is renewed whenever there is a flood, almost every year. So, this area is fertile and best for intensive agriculture. Then come to the peninsular plateau. This is a tableland composed of old crystalline, igneous and metamorphic rocks. It was formed due to the breaking up and drifting of Gondwana land. Thus, it is a part of the oldest landmass. The plateau has broad and shallow valleys and rounded hills. The plateau consists of 2 broad divisions, the Central Highlands and the Deccan Plateau. Here come to the Central Highlands. This is the part lying north of the Narmada River, which covers most of the Malwa Plateau. The Vindhwana Range is bounded by the Central Highlands on the south and the Arar Valleys on the northwest. Its further westward extension gradually merges with the sandy and rocky desert of Rajasthan. It slopes from southwest to northeast as indicated by the flow of Chambal, Sindh, Betwa and Ken rivers. The Central Highlands are wider in the west but narrower in the east. This eastern edge consists of the areas known as Budelkhand and Bhagelkhand. The Chhotnagar Plateau marks the further eastward extension drained by the Damodar River. Then come to our Deccan Plateau. This triangular landmass lies to the south of the river Narmada. The broad base of the Satpura range from its north, while the Mahadev Hills, the Kaimur Hills and Maikal range from its eastern extensions. The Deccan Plateau is higher in the west and slopes gently towards eastwards. An extension of the plateau is also visible in the northeast, generally known as the Meghalaya Karbi Anglong Plateau and North Kahakar Hills. It is separated from the Chotnagar Plateau by a fault. Three prominent hill ranges from its west to east are the Garo, the Kasi and the Jaintia Hills. Then come to our next, that is our Indian desert. This lies on the western margins of the Aravalli Hills. It consists of an undulating sandy plain with various types of sand dunes. It receives less than 150 mm rainfall annually. It has arid climate with low vegetation. Streams appear only during the monsoon season. Luni is the only large river in this region. Crescent-shaped sand dunes called Bharchans cover most of these deserts, but longitudinal dunes are also seen on the western edge of this region near the Indo-Pakistan border. This desert is known as the Thar Desert. Then come to the coastal plains. The peninsular plateau is bordered by the narrow coastal strip running along the Arabian Sea on the west and the Bay of Bengal on the east. The western coast, which lies between the Western Ghats and Arabian Sea, is a narrow plain. It consists of three sections. Northern plain of the coast is called the Konkan, Mumbai, Goa. Central stretch is called the Khand Plain. Southern stretch is called the Malabar Coast. The plains which lies along the Bay of Bengal is more wide and level. In northern part it is known as Northern Karikar and the southern part is called the Coromandel Coast. Rivers like extensive deltas on this coast. Lake Chilika is the largest saltwater lake on the eastern coast, that is Odisha. It famous as a winter home for migratory birds. It lies to the south of Mahanadi Delta. Then come to the island. India has two island groups. These are the Lakshadweep Island group, which lies close to the Malabar coast, that is in Kerala. This group of islands is composed of small coral islands. Earlier they are known as Lakshadweep, Minicoy and Amindiv. In 1973, these were named as Lakshadweep. They covered a small area of 32 square kilometers. Kavratri Island is the administrative headquarters of Lakshadweep. In this group, the Piti Island has a bird sanctuary which is uninhabited. Then the Andaman and Nicobar Islands are two chains of densely forested islands. The Andaman are bigger in size. They are more numerous and stretched. The entire group of islands is divided into two broad categories, the Andamans in the north and the Nicobars in the south. These islands are believed to be an elevated portion of submarine mountains. The southernmost tip of these islands, called Indra Point, is more south than the Indian mainland. Then the conclusion. The mountains are the major source of water and forest wealth. The northern plains are the granaries of the country. They provide the base for earlier civilizations. The plateau is the storehouse of minerals which has played a crucial role in the industrialization of the country. The coastal regions and the island groups provide sites for fishing and port-related activities. Thus, the diverse physical features of land have immense future possibilities for development. With this, I, Saraswati Mishra, take a leave. Please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon.